What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we have on the show, we have Kendra Scott with SLO Veteran Services. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Sabrina with the VFW in Atascadero. Welcome as well.
Thank you.
So, super excited to have you guys on. So, Kendra, tell me a little bit about Kendra and the services that you guys provide.
So I'm the outreach coordinator for SLO County Veteran Services. Our office is kind of a hub for veterans.
No worries.
We file claims for disability compensation through the VA. We do the college fee waiver. We do all kinds of things. And if you come to our office and we don't know how to help you, we will try to find out a resource for you.
That's awesome. How long? You've been there for a couple of years now?
Almost, yeah.
And you worked up from where you started
the front desk
to the outreach coordinator. That's super cool. So that's got to say something for you. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And you're a veteran as well.
I am.
So tell me a little bit about that.
I was in the Air Force for 8 years.
Wow.
I was a jet engine mechanic.
Really?
Yeah.
Jet engine mechanic.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I would have never put that on you.
Yeah, I know.
How did you take that position?
Well, my recruiter kind of screwed me over a little bit, so I kind of got pushed into it.
Really?
And I didn't know I had a choice. It's a whole thing, so yeah.
Wow, but I mean, how cool was that?
It's cool and it's not cool. So I loved working and getting dirty, but some of those parts are heavier than my body, so I can't pick them up by myself, and so I had to have a lot of help and stuff. So,
wow. Well,
yeah.
Appreciate your service as well.
Thank you.
So, even if you didn't like it, but it was, I mean,
the military in general, like, it was very beneficial for me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so, for you, with the position that you hold with the Veteran Services, do you find that it's a needed outreach for these men and women to have somewhere to go, because the VAs are different areas, right? Like the hospitals and stuff like that. So you're kind of that helping hand with them to get the resources that they need, correct?
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that we are available to them, and we're free. There's a lot of people that think they have to pay for those services to get the VA compensation, and you don't. And so my position, I'm trying to do resource fairs and get our name out there and let people know that we're here to help you any way we can and try to get you your compensation.
Gotcha. So you guys have an event coming up this weekend, right? So tell me about the event.
So we have over 30 vendors, ranging from anything from senior care to healthcare to the VA. The VA is going to be there. We have a band. We have food. Kiwanis is sponsoring meal or cooking the food, and we're trying to get people to sponsor the meals for the veterans so they can have a free meal.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Sabrina, what does the VFW have in this?
So the VFW I personally also, we don't have enough services that are headquartered in North County. Everything's San Luis or South. We're part of the Los Angeles V8 network, which means you have to go to Santa Maria or Los Angeles to get a lot of those connections. So working with Kendra in the Veteran Services Office, we wanted to try to bring those services closer to our veterans in North County so that they can get all the information that they need to get access to the benefits that they deserve and they've earned. So we're the fellow host with them. We've helped found the location at the Atascadero Lake Park on Saturday, April 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've also helped organize. My experience as an event planner, I've helped kind of work out the layout and where to put people. We also helped bring in the Kiwanis to do the tri-tip sandwiches, and it is open to the public. So if you just want to come by for a tri-tip sandwich, come on out. It's a fundraiser for Kiwanis as well. And then we'll have the auxiliary will have activity booth for the kids where they can come color, do some patriotic crafts, and just try to get the whole family involved and just have it be a nice afternoon.
Very cool.
Yeah, where veterans and the families can find out more information.
And just to give a little extra nudge in here, the Kiwanis, they make some awesome tri-tip sandwiches.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like, we've all had the tri-tip sandwich for $10 and it's like, but I mean, you have a tri-tip sandwich, just like I would have paid more for this.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that you want to go buy that tri-tip sandwich from.
They're doing the meal for $12 for this one, so you get a chip and a soda.
Awesome.
But by the generosity of the community health centers, the Veteran Service Office, and a couple other members of our community, we're going to be able to sponsor pretty much every veterans lunch that comes in. So you just identify yourself as a veteran, and you get a free tri-tip lunch on Saturday from the Kiwanis.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So Kendra, for the outreach portion and these veterans, what was the how are you reaching out to them to let them know about this event this weekend?
So we have flyers. We did a press release. Facebook. Facebook's always a really good one. I feel
Right.
like they spread the word pretty well. I think we have a banner over at the Tascadero Zoo.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And what is your how do you want to see this? What's the success? What does the success of this look like for you?
For me, I guess, I mean, for our office, I would love to see more people come in and be like, hey, I heard about you guys from this event, you know, I want to come in and get my services done, stuff like that. But in general, I just want veterans to know that they're cared about and that they can have services, and, you know, there's so many different things out there for them.
So with the veterans that are coming in, and these vendors that are there, the vendors are there for the veterans to give them a point of contact or a local resource for whatever needs that they may require, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So it could be, you know, like if you're looking for senior care or like help, you know, in the home with your elderly veteran or whatever, there's a lot of booths there for that. There's our office, there's a lot of mental health, especially mental health, because I know that veterans, you know, they don't like to reach out about that. So hoping that, you know, maybe they can just take a card or something, you know, if they need help.
Because I'm sure it's one of those things to where when you go to, I mean, like I said, we were talking about the veterans, the wall before we went on camera, and that was just a very emotional and moving event, I think. And you could just tell and see, you know, in the eyes of these veterans, you know, walking around, rolling around. I mean, with their wheelchairs, and I mean, they're, you know, and they're older senior citizens, and it was just such a moving event, you know. And I can imagine what you guys are going to be providing on Saturday, you know, for these veterans, because again, you know, and I've heard it personally to where, you know, things are so far away. You know, they can't get the services that they need because something's in LA or something's in, you know, somewhere far away. And, you know, just the resource and the outreach like you guys are doing, you know, I mean, that's super beneficial for these men and women that has served our country and has provided everything for us. And we just, you know, you guys are giving them something that they probably didn't even know about, you know. And I think that's probably the most important part, is getting that information out.
Yeah, and so with being the outreach coordinator, my plan is to have a lot more of these, and even just little pop-ups, and just try to get, you know, it's like veterans, like when I got out of the military, it took me probably 3 or 4 years to actually reach out for help. And, you know, like, it's hard transitioning, and like you don't know what to do, and then you don't, you know, you don't feel like you have anyone to talk to. So I just feel like trying to get the word out there. The vet center is going to be there as well. The vet center helps with combat and MST veterans, stuff like that. So it's just, I think it's really important, because I didn't feel like I had a lot of support when I got out. So.
And Sabrina, and you probably experienced the same stuff with veterans, you know, coming into the VFW for the first time and having that support system over there, right?
Just in general, I know a lot of veterans, they don't feel they've earned it. They feel they did their duty and that was their job and they're done. But they need the services, they need the support. You know, we're going to have legal advice that's going to be there, financial, VA loans going to be there to talk to people about what loans they're not taking advantage of. You know, community health centers is going to be there doing dental screenings and free dental products, as well as chiropractic screenings, and then talking to them about their nutrition and their health. So we're trying to help them. Everything that they need is their wholeness, the whole roundness, everything from their finances to their mental health, and they a lot of veterans, they don't feel they deserve, all age groups, from Kendra to seniors. I've experienced veterans from across the board that say, no, we'll save that for some other veteran that needs it. But you need it. You're a veteran. You earned it. There's more than enough out there for all of you.
And what do you think that is? I mean, is it just they don't want to feel like they need something? But I mean, that's what the services are there for. I mean, the veterans, they have put their lives on the line for this country, and the services are there as a thank you, right? Mm-hmm. And so they reach out to the veteran services for, like you said, medical, dental. There's probably a ton of other things that are available to these veterans that aren't taking advantage of them.
Some of them, I know it's a humbleness. Like I said, they signed up, they served a purpose, they did their job, and they don't feel that they deserve beyond that. Though the rest of us feel strongly otherwise, that they've earned it. And some people feel that, it's an expense, or some people feel that general public maybe thinks that it's a waste of taxpayer money, or it's an excessive use of it, when I haven't met one person that thinks that. So it's resources that are waiting for them to take advantage of it. And I can't speak to what Kendra's experience was of who was available to her, but it is tough. When you only have the VA is not their only outsource, but that's the first thing everybody thinks of for veterans. And nice things like the Veteran Service Office, which is our county local agency, they're the ones that are going to be closer and know where to go to find these veterans, and can reach out to them and say, there's more than VA, there's a ton of stuff. How can I help you? And this resource fair is just one of the many ways where we can take those helps that they deserve and they need and connect them with it, and just put them in the same room so they can talk about what's available to them and how they can take advantage of it. And that they should take advantage of it.
Right. And not feel like, it's taken away from somebody else.
Yeah.
Do you guys do more of these? Is this just like once a year, or is there more of these fairs and events type thing?
Well, since I'm new, this is my first big one, but I plan on having a lot more, and I plan on trying to do it all throughout the county to be accessible to every veteran, because some veterans, they can't travel to SLO, so they, it's hard, So we also have offices in Arroyo Grande and Paso Robles to try to help, alleviate the travel for them.
Do you have any type of contact list of veterans that are in our county, to where you guys just go old school and pick up the phone and say, hey, we're having this event, come on down?
We don't really do that. It's more because it's more private for them. Like they don't want to give you that information for to be called about stuff like that. But we have the flyers in our office. We have all kinds of resources in our office, all kinds of information. I mean, our office is overflowing with brochures and pamphlets about everything. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've talked about this before, but I mean, we live in this area that are very heavily military. Lots of veterans. I love seeing the old guys cruising around. They wear their World War II hats or Korea hats. It's super awesome. And I always give hey, thank you for your service. And I believe that our area is very very military veteran supported, which is awesome to see and hear about the event that you guys are having. But there's other places that is really not, and it's almost like the military's, they're just, they're shunned upon. But, this is awesome for you guys to throw this out there and give these men and women this service, and at least the helping hand to, hey, take it here. It's given away.
Yeah, you deserve it. And I mean, this job is such a huge passion for me because I'm a veteran and I just know how much help I needed when I got out and I didn't get it. So it's really nice to network with people that actually care, about the veterans, and we all want to just be there to help them. And I love my job. It's great. And
so I got to tap on this real quick because you were a jet engine mechanic. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, after the fact, after you got out, were you like, and maybe that's why, it's hard for veterans to reach out because they don't know what to do, because you're like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go work on jets? I mean, Did you do that?
No. No, I mean, it served its purpose, but that's not what I wanted to do with my life. I was good at, hey, take this part off, put it back on, put a new one on. Okay, cool. Troubleshooting, why is that leaking? I have no idea. My brain doesn't work that way, so I just didn't want to do it when I got out.
Wow, that's awesome. But now you are fit into a position that you can use your past experiences to better serve the veterans that come to you.
Yeah, I didn't even know how to get health insurance when I got out of the military.
Really?
I knew nothing. The military does everything for you. They set up your appointment, you get, this is your time.
While you're in. While you're in.
So then when you get out, it's like, well, wait, how do I get health insurance? How
Really?
do I function? So
And I think probably your standard, non-military experienced people don't understand that.
they don't.
And it's almost like we just assume that, ex-military, they're dialed in, they've got it, everything that they need, they don't even have to do anything, don't even have to ask. And what it sounds like, it's the complete opposite.
Well, I mean, some do, but I definitely wasn't one of those people. So I think there's a lot more out there that were probably like me. They just kind of throw you out there and it's like, okay, now you got to function. How do you do that?
Unbelievable. So, Kendra, once again, tell me again about the weekend. Give me the time, the date, and the event.
So it's the Veterans Resource Fair, April 22nd, Saturday, from 10 to 2 at Atascadero Lake Park.
Okay. And tri-tip sandwiches.
Tri-tip sandwiches.
A band.
A band.
Who's the band?
So it was the
North County Troubadours.
North County Troubadours and then the Mockingbirds. So they're going to kind of share the time.
Two local
time
small
frame.
bands.
Awesome.
So check out
Some of
some
them
new
are
music.
veterans. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great weather.
yeah. It's gonna be nice
And
sunny.
hopefully it's that success that you're envisioning and have all the people out there that, need the help and you can reach out to them and because the whole idea is to get them to tell others, hey, there's all these services, there's this event, there's these people that, you need to get in contact with.
Yep.
Awesome. Kendra, thank you
right.
so much. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Sabrina, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Really
Randy.
appreciate it. And again, thank you guys both for what you guys do and your services. I mean, like I said, to our veterans, to everybody in the North County. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to What's Up North County and learning about this event this weekend, Atascadero Park. Make sure you guys get out there. If you guys know a veteran, make sure you take them there, drive them there, get them there, whatever they need, because, like I said, they might not know about the services that are available to them. But, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Story Termite and Pest Control, El Red Rooster Taco Truck, Amy and Jamie's Place, Pacific 805 Spas, Airflow Filter Services, Kennedy Club Fitness, and Paso Robles Furniture, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you on Saturday.